I am totally confident every time I get a chance to look out into an audience and see home care and nursing home workers looking back at me. What I'm not so confident about is speaking from the pulpit. I was hoping I was going to get to speak from over there.
It's all right.
But the Brookinaires said that we had, oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. I want to first pause to recognize the leader of this house, Pastor John Hunter, and First Lady Denise Hunter, for not only the work that they do to teach us all the Word of God, but the actions that they take to demonstrate the works of God. We appreciate the First AME family for lending us their leadership on tonight. I know a lot of my members are actually members of First AME, Pastor Hunter, so I want to also thank Marlena. We should all be so proud to have a labor leader in Los Angeles County and across the state of California representing us like we have in Marlena. So thank you, Marlena. To Mr. Bill Lucy, who I just met today, and Reverend James Lawson, we all stand on your shoulders. It is because of the work of the two of you that I, a little girl from Louisiana, the daughter of a home care worker, has the opportunity to even know what a union is, let alone have the opportunity to serve as one of its leaders. So we owe you a great debt of gratitude. I only have a couple minutes before you, so I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm just going to try to teach it like I feel it. And tonight, brothers and sisters, we are in a fight for the very soul of our country. For the very soul of our country. Our values of democracy and freedom are under attack and being replaced by the Tea Party principles of limited government and free market. Our values of fairness and equality are being replaced with values of selfishness and greed. Our values, the values taught in this very house of God, that golden rule, that you do unto others as you would have them do unto you, is now being replaced by a set of values that says every man for himself. And we watch this change happen right before our eyes. On February 15th, Governor Scott Walker introduced what was Assembly Bill 11. Assembly Bill 11 was the legislation that took away the rights of public workers to collectively bargain in the state of Wisconsin. It also eliminated Badger Care. Badger Care is the program that provides health insurance for children and low-income families. We've seen that movie. We've heard that story. On February 16th, so the bill was introduced on the 15th. On February 16th, 14 senators from the state of Wisconsin fled to the state of Illinois. They fled to the state of Illinois to give the people of Wisconsin an opportunity to have their voices heard. All they needed was a little bit of time to have their voices heard. And we heard their voices, didn't we? We heard their voices from Maine to Mississippi, from New Jersey to New Mexico. The people of Wisconsin had their voices heard. We all heard their anger and their pleas to hold on to the values of Wisconsin. But we don't have to go all the way to Wisconsin to know, brothers and sisters, that we are not in Kansas anymore. Right here in California, 4.8 million people live in poverty. Right here in California, 23% of our residents go without health coverage. Right here in California, 48% of our babies are not graduating from high school. Right here in California, we are 50th in this country's most educated workforce. That's right, last. Right here in California. And as I stand before you today, Republicans in Washington, D.C., and in Sacramento are holding our country hostage. Are holding our country hostage. Either we agree to eliminate the very programs that help to create our country's middle class, or they shut down our government. Those are the choices that we're being presented with. Brothers and sisters, tonight as we celebrate the life of an American and indeed an international hero who dreamed of a better America, as we reflect on the courage and dedication of 1,300 sanitation workers in Memphis, Tennessee, who told America, "I am a man." As we unite around the country with hundreds of thousands of workers from Wisconsin and from other states whose voices are being choked by the hands of corporations. As we do that tonight, I hope that we will follow Dr. King's example and know that there is a time to break the silence. And that now is our time to break the silence. In a speech Dr. King delivered in New York City on April 4th, 1967, exactly 1 year before he was killed in Memphis, Dr. King broke his own silence about his opposition to the Vietnam War. In that speech, he said, "A time comes when silence is betrayal." Brothers and sisters, let's not with our silence betray our children's cries for a quality education. We must speak. Let's not with our silence betray our elderly's call for quality care in their homes. We must speak. Let us not, with our silence, betray our neighbors' shout for a dignified retirement. Brothers and sisters, we must speak. Let's not, by our silence, betray the blood shed by the many before us, calling for equality. Tonight, we must speak. Let's not, by our silence, betray our own values. Because tonight, we must speak. We must speak, and we must continue our journey to justice. We must continue the journey that was laid by those 1,300 striking sanitation workers and by a young preacher from Georgia. We must speak, for tonight is about more than just what happened in Wisconsin. We are again in the fight for the very soul of America. I told you about the events that happened in Wisconsin on the 15th and the 16th. Have we asked ourselves what we were doing on the 13th and the 14th? Where were our cries? Where were our shouts? Where were our rallies before Governor Walker took away the rights of thousands of workers in Wisconsin? We must raise our voices, break our silence, and speak, because the very country that we know and love is at stake. Thank you very much.